You're with Julian on the Brown Note and a review of the album Shards, which is actually an EP from Tim Hecker, one of the most prominent electronic music artists out there. Certainly of the last 15 years, not really like anyone else. The only artist I kind of put him alongside a little bit is a UK artist, Actress. Never really at the top of sort of like breaking through like a James Holden or Nicholas Jarre sort of level, but ploughing their own field. A Canadian artist with a ridiculously long album list. I think the first one I featured on the radio was probably the most prominent, which is Rave Death 1972, which was an incredible album, and Virgins I featured as well. That's going back to like 2011 and 2013, and he also did the music to Infinity Pool, which only came out last year. And this is actually an album. He is from Vancouver. I think it's a beautifully sculpted EP. I did think it was an album at first, but it is a bit short. It's got a very sort of beautiful opening with Heaven Will Come, very sort of whale ambient music, sort of Nice Bad Dream vibes, if that makes sense. And Morning Piano Version is a beautifully plaintive track as well, a low-key sort of piano ballad. All of these are instrumentals, and it's got some nice noise flourishes throughout this release, particularly on that track. I love the computer download sounds on this track, sort of like this degrading noise that if you were like me and owned a Commodore 64, you'd hear this squalling noise when you press play on the tape recorder to download a game, like Winter Sports 2, which was a lot of pressing play on a cassette. It's hard not to say sci-fi when you're talking about someone that uses synths like Tim Hecker does, and that's on Monotone 3 as well. A little bit krautrock, but from the era of people like Harmonia or Tangerine Dream and the whole electronic world of krautrock. I love the title of Ice Synth, track 4. Got that Johan Johansson Glacier, another word impossible not to mention. And it's got this sort of decaying Arctic collapsing sea ice vibe from a David Attenborough nightmare on climate change sort of documentary. I thought Stars Requiem almost like an interlude, and then we get back to Joyride Alternate. It's got very warm synth baths and soft pads and a sparkling shimmering sunset key melt. I mean, the titles are very indicative of the soundscape that's coming. It is a beautifully put together EP. It's just a slight release from him rather than a full-length album project. I think as background music it's wonderful, but I'm going to give Shards by Tim Hecker a 7.5 out of 10.